Oh, oh, that's good. Uh-oh. Hey everyone, welcome back to That's Wicked Up. I'm always on the lookout for any good rebuildables, especially because I like to maintain my own atomizers. It might come to the point where I find a really good atomizer in a sub-ohm tank and the coils just stop being sold, and then what are you going to do? You just have an atomizer that you can't do anything with. I believe Buddy wants to be in the video also. In one of my previous videos, we discussed rebuildable atomizers, and I showed you the Zeus X by Geekvape. Today we're going to be reviewing another product by Geekvape, and it is the Creed RTA. I really like this device. Now, I'm not trying to get ahead of myself by telling you what my thoughts are all up at front, but I've been using this thing continuously for 2 weeks now. Sweet mother of everything holy, it's so good. And I've only had one build in it that's lasted this long. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to open up the box, which I already have done, but I'm going to show you what comes in it. We're going to talk about the device a lot, all the functions and features of it. I'm going to have to tear it apart and clean it so that I can show you the individual components of this RTA. But before I get into that, another disclaimer for anybody who's watching. This video is intended for adults of legal age in the United States and whatever country you happen to be in. In the United States, it happens to be 21 years of age and older. If you're not an individual of legal age, please discontinue watching this video. This video is intended for adults and transitional smokers that wish to not smoke anymore and are considering to vape. And without knowing it and realizing it, my dog walked away. Uh-oh! Let's do this. Is it kind of strange that once I started doing these reviews and I take things out of the box, I feel like Brad Pitt in Seven?
What's in the box?
So what comes in the box? The Creed RTA, a number of configurable airflows, an accessory pouch that has extra O-rings, looks like post hole screws, a tool, something else, a baggie with your straight bubble glass and extra drip tips, the all-important user manual, purchase information card. I don't believe I've ever used this before. A little Creed card with social media and the color configurations this device comes in, and a warning card with a really cool warning at the top. Says, do not use this device for anything other than vaping. What else would you use it for? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. What else could you use it for? What else? What else could I use this for? You wouldn't know either. Uh-oh. Here we have the Creed RTA. Now looking at this device from top to bottom, let me see if I can get closer for you. Boom. Alright, we have the drip tip, the top cap. Inside the device is the chamber. On the top of the device is the top fill chamber. Surrounding it is the silica glass tube. The base itself is where your airflow is at, and it can go wide open to wide closed, and there's one on either side, and whatever you do on one side happens on the other, like so. To open the tank, you simply twist the bottom to reveal the internal airflow chamber and the build deck. Now the internal airflow chamber that I've been using is this vertical slotted one. It simply comes off by pulling it. Now as you look at it, there's notches that correspond to the notches where the airflow is on the build, or I'm sorry, that's not airflow. That's where the liquid from your tank fills the juice ports that we'll talk about when we build it. Anyway, where the juice intake is, to get this back on here, you simply go until you hear this satisfying click. Don't make the mistake I first did when I was using it and just set it on top like some RTAs do. Seat it where it's supposed to go. Now, the 3 different airflows that come with this device you have the one I've been using, which has vertical slots in it. This one here has circular slots in it. Now, I've been using different stipes, I've been using different stipes. I've been using different types of airflow configurations over the years out of a whole bunch of rebuildables, and there's a style of honeycomb that somebody came up with a long time ago that seems to be less turbulent when it comes to airflow. I've noticed whenever I use anything that's vertically or horizontally aligned, whether it be straight slotted things like this, a honeycomb, so more at angles, seem to be less turbulent and a lot more flavorful. At least that's my opinion. This last one here has absolutely no holes on it, and I have not used it. The only airflow control chamber that I've used is this one, and I if I can just hold on to it, and I really like it. This tastes unbelievably good. Now the deck itself is a two-post design, which I found very difficult to build on. Not impossible, but difficult. But trust me when I tell you, it is worth the effort. Has two posts on it. Now, as you look in there, and I don't think I can get close enough to look to see. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to. Maybe. Okay. That little U-shaped ring separates the positive post and the negative post. So the way that you would build this atomizer is to have a coil on this side and a coil on this side directly over the airflow. This would also allow your cotton to wick into the e-liquid catch cups down here that are fed by these tubes. These holes, not tubes, they're tubes. Yes, everything's tubes and tubey. No, they're just little slots that after you put the bubble glass back on here, liquid feeds into these reservoirs and then is wicked into the cotton. Wow, uh-oh. The Geekvape Creed RTA. I love it. The only thing, so God bless. Let's talk about the things that I do like about it. The airflow is fantastic. The flavor off of it is great. I mean, now to be fair, it is conditional on how you build your coils. What kind of coils you use, what kind of wire you use, where you put your coils as in relation to height of the airflow. A really cool feature about it is that if you wanted to rebuild this, you could leave the liquid in, just turn it upside down, so you can, no kidding, while there's liquid still inside of it, just flip it upside down. Take the deck out, and you can rebuild, and you don't have to worry about your liquid coming out. That's super cool. The airflow, really awesome. The price point on this thing is very affordable. If you look around the internet, obviously I can't post links in the description, but if you look around the internet, you can get this device anywhere between $35 to $40. So yeah, it's not bad. The prices, it's well worth it. I certainly would endorse anybody getting this. The thing I didn't like about it, and the only thing I didn't like about it, is the posts. There's one thing I did forget to mention. This little thingy right here came inside. Now what this does is you can place this on one side of the deck and make it a single coil build instead of a dual coil build. This blocks off the airflow and also blocks off the it blocks off everything on the one side of the tank. This goes into the juice well portion that holds it in, and once you lock it in, it seals off that airflow, so only airflow comes in to the one side of the atomizer. So that's what this thing's for. It's the extra little thing I didn't know about at the very beginning. Read the book and figured it out. So I got so sidetracked by the silicone whoozy what's it that I forgot to talk about what I didn't like about the posts. So the posts themselves, they're really difficult to build on, as opposed to other decks where you have 4 posts, or instead of 2 posts, where you can stick one set of coils in one set of one pair of posts and another set of coils in another pair of posts, which makes it easier to build on. This one had a single post on the middle, like some of previous rebuildables that came out a long time ago. This one here has really small holes, and it makes it very difficult to build on, especially if you're using very exotic type of coils. Like I have a fuse Clapton in mine, but using like aliens and staple Claptons and things that you can buy, it would make it very difficult to build on this. I imagine round wire builds wouldn't be so bad or difficult to build on, but I found it with the coils that I like to use, it made it very problematic. I did forget to mention that the glass, both the bubble glass and the straight glass, their capacity. The bubble glass itself is 6.5 milliliters. That's what it holds, and the other holds a 4.5 milliliter capacity. So fairly good sized RTAs for liquid capacity. Yeah, this is great. I absolutely love this device. I'm not talking about device. I'm talking about the tank. I'm probably still all messed up about what else you could possibly do with this thing. And I'm sure people can be creative, but when you buy something, you wouldn't want to like be destructive with it. So being non-destructive and not necessarily safe, but being non-destructive, what else could you use this for? I mean, it's intended for vaping, right? Yeah, I'm still a little messed up about that, and that's okay. It's all right. Aha! Uh-oh! Smoking combustible tobacco products is the #1 leading cause of preventable premature deaths in America and the world. If you're a smoker and are interested in making a transition to a form of tobacco harm reduction such as vaping, I highly encourage you to make that transition and just jump right in. Come join us. Be one of us. Because continuing to use a product that will ultimately kill you is just waked up. So stop doing that. Don't do that. If you like the content of this video, found it useful, helpful, or entertaining, please subscribe to my channel. Select the bell icon to get notifications when new videos come out. If you liked the video, please select that like button. I really would appreciate it. Leave any comments or questions below, and I'll respond to any questions that you might have. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.